Being independent is one of a Sigma male's most distinguishing characteristics. He is therefore solely responsible for taking care of his own bodily, emotional, spiritual, and/or sexual needs. He doesn't need to go after women since they already approach him, because they can see how independent he is. That turns me on right away. Because of his independence, he can mistakenly overlook a lady he genuinely adores, which will undoubtedly increase her desire for him. This independent, self-sufficient and lone wolf attitude the Sigma possesses is one of the major elements that make up his status as a high-value male. Many women are drawn to wildness, intrigue, and something that might be dangerous. They like things that are out of their control. The Sigma man is in luck because this is anything but monotonous and predictable. He automatically checks the man with a natural rebellious streak box. In a woman's hands, he becomes an instant rare gem. In addition to being a risk-taker and occasionally breaking the law, an uncontrollable man is also someone who is difficult for women to control. Because of his assertive demeanor, he consistently shows that he is in complete control of his thoughts and decisions. The Sigma male isn't the kind of guy to be ignored by women in the first place, since he simply doesn't engage in the behaviors that foster that dynamic due to his busy schedule and focus on his own goals, achievements, and satisfaction. It's more likely to be the other way around, with the Sigma ignoring the woman in question, but he would never do this intentionally. He's just got a lot going on in his life as a high-value male. Contrary to the Sigma male, many guys enjoy playing games with the women they like, or even when they only seek a woman's attention. These men will act in sleazy ways, such as posting jealousy-inspiring photographs of themselves with other women on social media, or they'll take twice as long to respond to a woman as she did to him in an effort to make her feel rejected and uncared for. To their credit, it occasionally succeeds in getting the lady to get obsessed with them, but it typically ends quickly since the ladies can tell when they're being conned, and it's a fairly disgusting way to treat another person. The Sigma guy is as different from this kind of a-hole as it is possible to be. The reasons he is successful with women are because he A. doesn't disregard them on purpose to manipulate them and their feelings, it is just accidental, and B. he doesn't support this kind of behavior. The Sigma does not want to be connected to it in any way, shape, or form because it reeks of alpha male. Thank you very much, but he sits outside of all that hierarchy foolishness. Whether you're an alpha male, beta male, or somewhere in between, if a woman is treating you like crap and making you feel bad about yourself, then you need to remember that you are worth far more than that, even if she is the most beautiful woman you have ever seen. As they say, personality always wins out over looks. It doesn't really matter whether she has the most stunning appearance on the outside if she is unattractive on the inside or has the personality of a tea towel. Since the Sigma male's social circle is already very small and exclusive, he won't hesitate to reject or let go of spiteful and unpleasant women who aren't deserving of an exclusive invitation. A woman may fall head over heels for a man when they find one who stands out from the crowd. When a woman finds a Sigma male, she is surprised and grateful for the way that he treats her as an equal, with respect, without harassing her, and even sort of ignoring her, as opposed to the typical creep constantly trying to get a response out of her and praising her and putting her on a pedestal to get what he wants. She is interested and fascinated by him for reasons she can't quite put her finger on, and she is aware that men like him are uncommon. If you're a Sigma male, which is something you should attempt to develop in as many areas of your life as you can, then the psychology of ignoring women only truly works if you are a male who has genuine value. We all know that Sigma has an unfair advantage because he does all of these things naturally, but even if you're not a Sigma, there are still strategies you can learn from him to become a high-value man and use the psychology of ignoring a woman effectively. To review: don't harass a woman with numerous texts if she is ignoring you. Doing so will make her stop responding to you for good. Instead of trying to manipulate her or make her feel bad in return, Don't play games and focus on improving and progressing in your own life. Enjoy your alone time. A man who is content in isolation is a very strong thing. He discovers how to live a happier, more content life, which is incredibly attractive to women. Regardless of the woman you like or anyone else, keep your natural attention on your own objectives and satisfaction. Keep yourself busy and avoid being too approachable. When your time is limited, you instantly become much more desirable. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, as the saying goes. Put more effort into being unpredictable and impulsive. You should come first. Put your own health, both physical and mental, before anyone else's. Exercise, eat healthily, drink enough of water, and set aside time to think about what makes you happy. You might even want to try meditation. Just ask the Sigma. Women adore a man who takes good care of every aspect of himself. If you start employing these Sigma tactics, then you'll find 3 amazing things happen. Firstly, you will build your confidence in many areas of your life. Secondly, you'll have a lot more women captivated by you naturally. And lastly, but most importantly, you'll become a better version of yourself each day and learn to live a happier, freer, and more complete life, all by yourself. And there's nothing, and no one, that can top that. Otherwise, women prefer dating a Sigma male because he is a genuine leader. The male Sigma possesses all the necessary traits to become an alpha, but he chooses his freedom than being bound to the position of authority. He prefers to work alone, but even if he ends up in a leadership position, he doesn't stay in that position for very long because he doesn't like being constrained by any social structure. His key advantages are that he doesn't need to make a point, and that he doesn't needlessly stir up controversy. Lover of freedom. A Sigma guy cannot adhere to the standards that an alpha male values, and he makes no effort to do so. This is because Sigma males respect their freedom above all else. It's not necessarily that he has anything against the leadership of the alpha man. Mysterious kind. The male Sigma is extremely enigmatic and rarely speaks. He periodically displays his powerful personality before withdrawing into his world. Women are intrigued by this conduct and have a strong desire for these males. Solo player. The Sigma guy doesn't always play well with others. He instead establishes his standards and takes his course. He decides the game to play and what the rules will be. He distinguishes himself from the rest of the group in this way. However, this does not exclude him from collaborating with others when necessary. Sigma men can do remarkable things in business or relationships. Watcher. He can perceive things well. He is a better judge of circumstances and people because of his keen observation, which frequently results in comprehensive analysis. He still makes mistakes, but he learns from them more quickly than some other men. This does not imply that he never makes mistakes. Rebel. The male Sigma is a rule breaker who defies convention. The Sigma male likes to exercise authority by defying conventions, whereas the alpha male seeks to do so by establishing them. Not because they dislike alpha males in any way, but rather because they have little regard for the rules of hierarchy. Independence and self-reliance. The male Sigma is autonomous and self-sufficient. He may have many friends, both male and female, but the only person he needs to validate him is himself. He does not depend on the strength of others to motivate him. The Sigma male is at ease on his own, and his confidence comes from inside, unlike the alpha male who needs a herd to exert his dominance over. Inquisitiveness. The male Sigma is a very inquisitive person. He is constantly seeking out new knowledge and experiences. He is constantly on the lookout for new ideas and information because of his insatiable curiosity. To his admirers, This may be a highly alluring quality. He tends to be a bit of a rebel and iconoclast. A Sigma male is an introverted alpha male. He has his value system, and his own goals, and he doesn't back down for anybody. The challenge in a relationship is that he can be stubborn. However, the upside is that you'll always know where he stands. Sigma males are extremely hard workers who don't crave authority or approval. They know what they want and they go for it. Living outside of the social hierarchy greatly limits a Sigma male's desire to follow leaders. Nonconformist is also an appropriate word. He doesn't like to be the center of attention. Sigma males always have some project or personal thing they are working on. They don't like to be the center of attention at work or home. Sigmas aren't necessarily antisocial or some label like that, it's just that they enjoy having time with themselves or one-on-one, and they don't want to be swarmed by crowds and lots of the limelight. He may enjoy meeting your friends or going out to the occasional pub or concert, but in general, he's going to want his space and want to do his own thing. If you want a guy who will be your sidekick most of the time, then a Sigma is not your man. The Sigma prefers to stand back to the side a little bit, and scope situations out. He doesn't want to dive headfirst into social situations that come his way or shoot the breeze with whoever comes along. If you like a guy who hangs back a bit but still has inner confidence radiating out of him, then a Sigma can be ideal.